Hello everybody, I'm Bateswolf and welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls 3. We find ourselves back at the previous bonfire after dying to the curse-rotted Greatwood over in that castle over there. Well, I guess it wasn't exactly in the castle, but it was over in the courtyard between those towers over there. And the fight didn't go too well, but we figured out quite a fair bit about the boss. And I believe, before we go back to fight him, I think instead of using a dark weapon like we've got right now, I believe this is dark, right? The deep battle axe, yeah, it deals dark damage as we see right there from the stats. And a little icon. The little purple icon that's displayed there notifies us of that. So yeah, before we go back to fight that boss, I believe I'm going to progress in the other path that we kind of took a little bit of a look at to the right of the castle. Heading down these stairs over here, down over in the distance there, down that ramp over to the right. And we'll see if we can head up there, because I believe that's where it's going to lead us. And then at some point in the future, I will upgrade a different weapon that doesn't deal dark damage. Maybe try and get some flames on it, and then we'll go back and fight that boss, and I think we'll have a bit of an easier time. You know, we'll deal more damage, because it was kind of a real weak attacking the boss with this weapon that we've got right now, and I don't believe we've got too much else that we can use just yet that's going to do a good number on it. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, maybe we'll end up using this in the future. The Great Scythe to kill it. We'll soon see anyway. But right now I'm just going to stick with the Deep Battle Axe, and we'll proceed down the different path over to the right there. And before we do actually progress in this direction, at least we won't need a big intro like last time. I stood around for around 8 minutes talking last time. So as we do this, I'm just going to run past the enemies that we've already killed here, and the area that we've already explored up ahead, so we can get over to the new content that we've not yet explored. And I've gathered up all the loot in this area as well, so that's no big deal either. But as I was saying, yeah, last episode was a little bit slower pace, and I'm sure you guys can understand because I've been away for so long without doing a... Ooh, that's kind of unfortunate that that guy was there. Let's just work our way around. Dodge that, roll through him. It was kind of... quite long-winded, the warm-up to last episode, because it'd been a very long time since I'd recorded one, so I kind of needed to give a little bit more of an intro to welcome the series back and tell you how things have been going and stuff like that. So thankfully this time we won't need anything long-winded, and hopefully, considering we're getting back into the game now, getting used to it again, you know, playing more and refamiliarizing ourselves with where we're up to in the game, we should be able to proceed without too much jibber-jabbering, just stood at the bonfire, you know. But I did think it was kind of mandatory to do that in the last episode. I thought that was needed. Okay. And in addition to that, I must also say, I've got to be careful not to die to these guys first and foremost, because I am kind of playing a little bit careless right now. There we go. Yeah, just take things patiently. No need to dive in constantly all the time, you know? There we go. Nice. Let's tighten up those guys. Already used a couple of Estus. Yeah, let me pick up some rubbish right there, which is nice. I'm not too pleased about using some Estus there, but it's more than we had last time, because I believe by the time we went to the boss in the last episode, we ended up with just a tiny amount of 0 Estus. So, yeah, in addition to not needing to do a big warm-up this time, well, not really a warm-up, but just a refamiliarization, I suppose, I must also say that thank you so much, guys and girls. There is a few female viewers out there, believe it or not. But, you know, generally, when I say guys, I mean everybody anyway, right? But, yeah, thank you so much for all the support on the last episode, because it had been around 9 or 10 months since I last... We're not going to traverse the fog, as I said at the beginning of the episode. It had been around 9 or 10 months since I last did an episode, and that is a very long time, and I'd received constant comments on previous videos, you know, asking for the videos to return and when would it be uploading next and stuff like that, and there was just the most heartwarming outbreak of joy and support when I uploaded that last episode, The Return, that it really touched me, you know. Like, it's crazy to see, at least it feels crazy to me, to see so many people enjoying my videos and really wanting more and getting into it and stuff like that. So it really was heartwarming seeing all that from you guys in the previous episode, all the likes and the comments mainly. Comments are the main thing on the videos. It's so nice to see you guys talking, seeing you excited, seeing you asking for more. Really enjoying the videos. So I just thought I'd really mention a nice big thank you to everybody who enjoyed the last episode and ended up commenting and was really excited about it, you know? I can't believe that guy's still hitting me from there. That kind of sucks. Maybe I shouldn't be using firebombs though. That's probably my mistake right there. So yeah, I just wanted to give a little bit of a mention to everybody who watched the last video and really got into it and enjoyed it and stuff like that, you know? Thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate it. It is great to see the support, you know? Wonder if I can plunge on this now. Damn, he's still catching me from beneath there. Then again, I guess it's not that much of a drop down, and it is a super big weapon. What is our battle axe right now anyway? I'm just wondering how much we've reinforced it so far. I'm still getting familiar with a lot of the enemies as well, guys, so bear that in mind. So I'm kind of trying to see what movesets, or what the moveset of this enemy is still going to be like, you know? I mean, the others are no big deal so far, at least, the ones that we were just killing them, but this guy has quite a variety, so we've just got to be slightly careful in some situations. Not to get caught out, and try and be a little bit patient, you know, although I sometimes do struggle with that, admittedly. Also, need to get the iframe rolling on point again, because we are going to end up dying. Okay. Nearly been bled out. And we've already used all of our Estus. That is not good. I'm just kind of surveying him so far to see what else he's working with. I know there's the spells, there's the fire buff. I'm wondering if there is much else, you know, aside from that. It might actually be best just to let this guy kill me and go back to the bonfire and then rerun it just to get the Estus back and concentrate a little bit more on the gameplay, you know. You know, I'm going to let him do that, in fact. I'm just going to stand here. In fact, I don't want to die to some... In fact, that's fine. I thought he was going to, like, soul suck me there for a second if he had some sort of ability like that, so... we'll just let him kill me there so we can get the Estus back again and we'll run back to him. My apologies for that, by the way. I really should be tightening up my gameplay because in the last episode... I mean, it's one of those things. In the last episode, it's kind of understandable because we've not played a Souls game since the last time we uploaded the video, which was 10 months ago. So we are getting used to that. And also the way Dark Souls works in relation to the other games. So it's kind of understandable. And I suppose this episode will be like that a little bit as well. You know, bedding ourselves in again. And let's try and bait these guys out. Oh no. Damn, it takes so long to swing this weapon. At least it seems like it. Then again, maybe I'm just used to Bloodborne a little bit more now, you know, being a lot faster. But, yeah, as I was saying, this episode's probably going to be a little bit like that too, in terms of getting used to the combat again, you know, familiarising ourselves, actually get good, you know, as they say in the community. Getting good at the games again, and various things like that. Just to so we're actually laying down some decent gameplay as well, you know, not just commentary. We need to put on a decent performance too, right? And right now I'm just taking a look at what we've actually got here in terms of maybe ranged weapons that we can use against a few of these guys. So yeah, the combat's probably not going to be stellar in this episode again, but I'm certainly getting more familiar with it, and we should be doing okay. Like the more we upload and record, the more we play in the game, the more likely we are to get a little bit better. So I'm sure decent gameplay will bless us again at some point. You know, we'll get back into the flow of things. Okay, I'm just taking a look at a few of these shields as well, to be honest. I think I'm going to keep the one that we've got right now. We've not got enough dex to use the bow. That's fine. We'll just keep melee. We'll just stay melee right now. Also, there was something that I did want to check out there. Not the ring, we don't really need that. This. Ashen Estus Flask. Undead Treasure. Undead Treasure, these dull ashen flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfires and drink to restore FP. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the FP stuff. I remember now. I remember. You see, there's a few things that I've got to remember again here, guys. Bear that in mind too. Gain max HP. That might be nice, in fact. I could use that. But I'm just mainly looking of ways to increase the number of flasks that I've got right now. Maybe I am missing something, or maybe I've just not found that yet, or maybe you need to talk to an NPC back in Firelink Shrine. We'll soon see anyway, because we'll be going back there at some point. Okay. Maybe throwing knives could be nice at range. Causes bleeding damage. I'm not sure. They've never been too great in the Souls games. In fact, in Demon Souls, I maintain that... Okay, let's try and get a backstab off here. I maintain that in Demon Souls, the throwing knives and the stars, you know, stuff like that, were, and still are, more useful than in any other Souls game, in my opinion. Maybe I've not experimented enough with this so far to justify saying that, but in the other games that I've played, i.e. every single other Souls game apart from this, Demon Souls actually had decent throwing knives. To the point where they actually worked, they stunned the enemies and they did a lot of damage, you know. So that was nice. But I'm sure we'll find a few ways here as well. In fact, against dogs they can be useful as well, to stun them and then just get the next hit off, you know. No problem. Wham bam thank you ma'am. If you can phrase it like that. Okay, where's the where has the lovely lady gone with the book? And the spells. And the big booty. Oh, okay, there she is. She's over there. Oh, is that a different one? I believe they're different ones. I'm not going to read messages because I do like to avoid... I mean, I might accidentally click a message, but I'm going to try and avoid messages to avoid possible traps or hints that are coming up. You know, I like to discover things for myself. These guys going to attack. Regular Dreggling-like dudes that die in one hit. Fair enough. We see our nemesis up there as well. Mr. Archer guy. Oh, be careful not to backstaff off these cliffs, okay? We know how dangerous gravity can be in these games. Hey, there we go. I hear something growling right now. Oh my god, I knew it! I should have known there was going to be a trap there as well. These guys are so sneaky. Anyway, at least we're only popping our first Estus flask since leaving the bonfire this time. That's nice. I heard it growl. I should have done better to not take that hit, but... It's so nice how you can see over to the other side here. Right from where we've been earlier as well. Near the bonfire over there and the bridge. It's so nice to just admire the environment sometimes. Sitting back, taking it in. Also, something that I also must point out is that, believe it or not, the last episode, how long was it again? It was around 45 minutes or so, right? 43? Something along those lines. That episode took me 18 hours to upload. Yeah, believe that or not, guys, 18 hours to upload that video. Rendered my computer and internet unusable for 18 hours straight. That was just the uploading time. That was nothing else. 18 hours. Absolutely crazy, right? So I'm thinking, how long should I actually make these episodes? Because I kind of don't want to deal with that every single time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be doing like 10-minute episodes and things like that, but I'm thinking maybe 35 minutes instead of 45. This guy's going to... I guarantee this guy's got a trap move where he puts that pot over your head. I don't think we've seen this enemy before. Okay, he's smashing us with it. Maybe he won't try and put it over our head then. Okay, he's even got a jump smash move. That's interesting. Okay, no need to block with this guy then, I guess, because it's going to be super heavy stuff. Okie dokie, just two-hand and roll. Two-hand and dodge roll. We've got a third one. Okay. Ah! Okay. Pardon my little squeal right there. But I didn't think that guy'd carry on smashing once I was down. Yeah, no point blocking with this guy because that's clearly going to shield break us. Looking at the weight of it. I'm just trying to judge when my time is, you know. Maybe now. There we go. Oh, no. Okay, this is actually a really good point. Maybe I should just keep them on. I think I've mentioned this in a previous video as well. Keep on these throwing knives and kukri like this, just to finish off enemies so we don't need to get close to them, so that they can't deal a killing blow on us. We just use the throwing knives to break thresholds in terms of killing the enemies. Okay, we picked up some more rubbish there. That's nice. We also picked a hat up off an enemy down there, which is also cool. Maybe we'll rock that a little bit. But yeah, as I was saying about the time of the episodes, no doubt... Oh, hold on. No doubt I will end up going over at some point anyway, my set time, because I never really like to have set times on videos. I go with what's appropriate timing to end in terms of where we're at in the actual video, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like to do it, at least. Bam! Yeah, I knew that'd be the way. We did that up in a previous area of this undead settlement. Very nice, freeing up that loot. Now let's de-equip this again, considering we don't need it. Maybe we can... Is there a way to drop down there as well? Maybe there is. We'll probably be able to walk around there anyway. I'm sensing ambush right now for some reason. Is there a gate that's going to lock here as well? I'm just making sure. Yeah, anyway, I don't like to have set times on the videos. I just like to go with it and end at an appropriate time in terms of where we're at in the game. You know, that's there is kind of a trap up there. You see these guys firebombing us. Those barrels are probably going to explode as well. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, let's try and not die. I like to end at an appropriate time in terms of where we're at in the episode. That is what I'm exactly trying to say there. I will get my words out eventually, don't worry. But maybe I'm considering... ooh, we can grab this here as well. Some loot there for us. If this guy is going to get out of our way at least. Thank you very much, good sir. Fire clutch ring. Okay, very nice. Wish I had that before I walked through that area, but I guess that's why it's placed behind it, right? Oh, compromises absorption. Never mind. It's a clutch ring. It'll increase our damage, but it will reduce our ability to take it. So, not their ring to equip in this area, it seems. So, I am kind of thinking of maybe going for around the ballpark of 35 minutes, something like that. Is there any way to even get up there on those guys or not? It doesn't actually look like it. But yeah, as I was saying, I'll no doubt end up going over that at some point anyway with the time of the episodes and stuff. But I'm going to try and maybe aim for around 35 minutes just to keep the upload time a little bit shorter. And it is still actually a nice chunk of time for the episode, I must say. I don't think you guys will be too upset with 30 minutes. I think... or 35 minutes, should I say. I think that's still a good amount of time for an episode of in the series. Okay. I am really trying to figure out if there's a way to get around here, but maybe not. Maybe we can... Yeah, we can get in there, right? Is that going to take us up? Yeah, I knew it. So this is where we could have actually dropped down to. From along the other side there and get into this building and kill the firebomb guys on top. That's nice. Damn, low on Estus again. Oh, but we have another bonfire. Ain't that beautiful? Fantastic. I'm really glad I jumped down here now. There we go. We'll rest up, certainly. Travel. We don't really need to travel. We'll just rest at the bonfire there to replenish our Estus, and now we can get cracking on with the episode. We can get killing these firebomb guys. Of course, I am going to take a look around here just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. And in addition to that, I am maybe looking to pick up some new... I mean, I'm not in the greatest rush. I don't really mind using early/base level equipment and weapons. That doesn't really bother me at all. But at some point in the future, I will probably look into maybe finding some new armor or buying it if there's a shop that'll sell us some nice sets. Voice crack there, in the middle of a cough. My apologies. I'm sure you guys will get a few laughs out of that at least. Yeah, I'll look to finding places that'll sell us some nice sets, or finding some along the way at least, as well as some new weapons as well. Maybe something a little bit different. We'll see. Maybe the Great Scythe. We might end up speccing into that, considering I spoke so covetingly about it in the last episode. Okie dokie. There's no way to climb off here, is there? No? Okay. But we now can kill these guys. Hello. Must also use that roll move more often too. Oh man. Really? That second hit got me? I thought I would have blocked that one. Never mind. Another worker hat. Okay. Man, that was actually embarrassing. I mean, I do have voice cracks every now and then, but that one was real, like, throat squeak, you know? Squeak central right there. Never mind, though. We're okay. And I just love the design of this area. I really do. As I was saying in... I think I've said it in a couple of episodes while we've been in this area. I think it's my favourite of the game so far. Just very, very atmospheric, you know. I really like the style of it. In fact, it's reminding me of Hemwick from Bloodborne, in fact. It's got that tone to it, you know. Which was also an area which I very much enjoyed in that game. Just taking a gander around for loot right now. A lot of you guys actually like the slow pace that I do as well, which I've actually seen in comments. You actually like the fact that I take a bit of a look around to admire stuff and try and do my best at least to not miss anything and gather up as much loot as possible. Though of course it's inevitable that we will be missing a few things considering it's a blind playthrough, right? That's the key thing right there, isn't it? Ooh, we found an NPC, that's nice. I'm gonna grab this first though. Hand axe, not really too useful for us, I don't think. Hello, I was gonna say friend right there, maybe. I don't know, he looks a little bit ominous though.
Aha, unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornyx, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
Okay, that's interesting. Let's learn some pyromancy. I don't know whether we'll have the stats to be able to do it, but in the previous games you never really needed much stats to spec into pyromancy anyway, so let's take a look at this.
Ah, most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornyx of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
And there he goes. He's probably heading back to the Firelink Shrine right now. Okay, Cornyx of the Great Swamp. Okay, if you don't know what the Great Swamp is, I will explain just for just for those of whom may not have played the first game, where okay, I'm going to find it hard to try and keep a straight head right now because I've got quite a lot going through my mind. The Great Swamp was mentioned in Dark Souls 1. So if that doesn't sound familiar to you, maybe you missed a little bit of lore in that game, or maybe you didn't play Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3 might have been your first one, or you may have even played Dark Souls 2, but the Great Swamp is mentioned a lot in Dark Souls 2, and you find a lot of that stuff going on in Blighttown, you know. It's... how do I explain this? Maybe I'll explain it at a later date, that might be best once I've got my thoughts together, but the Great Swamp is... I'm actually trying to... I used to be like a lore... I was going to say god there, but that's probably not the right way to put it, but I used to be a lore buff on Dark Souls 1. I used to know everything about that game. Admittedly now, I am a little bit rusty, but I still retain a lot of what I learned from playing that game so much over the past, you know, good few years. And the Great Swamp... so I'll kind of harbour on it a little bit, you know, I'll explain a little bit. But I probably won't be able to explain everything exactly. The Great Swamp was... is this guy actually chasing us right now? No, don't, please. Okay, we'll fight him again, I guess. No. Okay. Nearly getting stun locked right there. Can he work his way around this way? Okay, I might just reset him with a bonfire so we can move on, and because there's no way I'm going to be able to think about all this stuff. And also keep a decent level of combat up. So let me just rest here. Okay, I can't remember whether Blighttown... okay, I am actually talking about the Great Swamp right now, by the way. I can't remember... right, first and foremost, I'm going to lay the foundation right now. Blighttown was a place in the... sorry, I can't get my words out as well. Like, there was just so much going through my mind when he threw that reference at me right there. But Blighttown is an area in Dark Souls 1, okay? And I can't remember whether that is a connection of the Great Swamp, or it's just a place where a lot of lore was given out about the Great Swamp. But regardless, That was nice timing for him to attack, considering I just let the guard down as well. We'll go up this path while we're talking about this as well. Oh, some loot right there too, very nice. Titanite Shard, also very nice. Yeah, the Great Swamp. I can't remember whether Blighttown was an extension of it, or it was something totally unattached. But I do know that... I think it might actually be part of it. But I do know that it was a huge area where a lot of lore was given out, you know, in Blighttown about the Great Swamp by various characters such as Enge, who served the Fair Lady, and also Quilana, who was one of the Daughters of Chaos, who you can find in the Great Swamp, who also teaches you pyromancy. That's the key thing right there, because we know this guy also aims to teach us pyromancy, as he just said, yet also claims to be from the Great Swamp, which leads me to believe that maybe, well then again, it's hard to say because I'm not sure of the timescale of this game yet, in terms of whether it's before, after, while it's taking place, in terms of relation of the other games, you know. I'm not sure whether it came before Dark Souls 1. Then again, hold on. It's after, right? This is where I've got to remember earlier on in the episodes when I was speaking to other NPCs at Firelink Shrine. I believe this takes place after Dark Souls 1 and 2, though I am still not 100% because I've forgotten a fair bit of what I learned during the first few episodes of the series at Firelink Shrine when I was speaking to a few characters, you know. It would have come in really handy to remember that, in fact. So now that we've got that loot, by the way, we will progress across this this bridge here. Yeah, it's a tough topic because there's so much that I can say about this, that I can think about. We also see another guy up there ready to backstab us. We'll bear that in mind. This area is kind of like a maze as well. There's so much going on. Oh, never mind, in fact. Isn't this the place where... Oh, I can't believe we got caught on the door there, but his weapon didn't. Maybe I should actually stand still and have a bit of a discussion about this Great Swamp in the next episode or something, because I'm not getting my words out right now and it's going to be so torn apart, you know, bits and pieces. Okay, nice. We've actually been to this area though. I remember taking a look down here and taking a look over in these areas when I first opened this door all that time ago in a few previous episodes, but I decided to go back and take a different path, and that path seemed to lead us over to the bonfire that we ended up at on the bridge. Good stuff. Okay. So it looks like this is the way of progression right now, down there. Righty-ho. Okay then, that's cool. We've got the loot from down there, we've got the Titanite Shard below this bridge, and now we can head across that one, right? Because the bonfire's in there. We've cleared this area. I wonder if... I don't think that has got a piece of loot on it because it's not glowing, but I'm going to shoot it just to be safe. Hold on just a moment, my friends. Let me just shoot this down. He shot me down, bang, bang. I hit the ground, bang, bang. That awful sound, bang, bang. I'm going to stop singing that song, by the way. Yeah, there is no loot on that. I just wanted to make sure, I guess. I like to take a look at that stuff, just to be sure. Just to make sure that we're not missing anything. We will also rest here again. Damn, speaking to that NPC really threw off my train of thought right there, I got to say. Honestly, it's making me... It's putting a lot of thoughts running through my mind in terms of, like, when the game's set. And, honestly, there's so much I could say about this. I will harbour on it, like, a little bit as I'm going through here, but I'm sorry it's not been the most fluid of explanations as I've been going through this area and also trying to talk about it, you know? But, I'm going to go on the assumption, from what I remember from Firelink Shrine, that this game takes place after Dark Souls 1 and 2, right? So, because of that, I have to wonder, is that guy actually from the Great Swamp? How old is he? Can he time travel? I don't know. Various things like this, this is what's so great about these games. So much is left up to speculation on blind playthroughs that it's so hard to say for certain. what is going on, because the games are so deep, it leaves so much up to the player to actually figure out themselves that it's hard to get a grip of everything while commentating on a playthrough blindly. You know, it is actually tougher than maybe you might think. But right now, we will head on over to that bridge down there as I continue talking about this. So, I'm going to go on the assumption that the game takes place after Dark Souls 1 and 2. Right? And Blighttown, as I was saying, I will reiterate, I'm going to try and keep this compact right now because I've been jibber-jabbering on about it for a little bit while in bits and pieces. Blighttown was a place in Dark Souls 1 that is a part of the Great Swamp, I think. Or it's certainly a place where a lot of lore was dished out about the Great Swamp by Engi, as I said, and also Quilana. Now, this is the interesting bit, one of the Daughters of Chaos. She also taught you Pyromancy. And she was also of the Great Swamp, just like this guy. He says he's from the Great Swamp, which leads me to believe maybe he knows Quilana. Will he be a friend of hers? I don't know. He wasn't mentioned in the original game, though, I can certainly say that. And how he kind of fits in, is he lying to us? Is he actually from there? Because if this is so long after Dark Souls 1, then how can he still be from the Great Swamp? The Great Swamp might not even exist anymore. We don't know that. You know, various questions. Oh man, we're heading into the freaking sewers right now. Yeah, there's just so many questions that can be brought up in these games from such the tiniest little thing, the tiniest detail, which is what I love about these games, right? Oh my god, it's rat time again. It's so beautiful. It's a reason why I love these games so much. It really is fantastic. It's why I love them. There's so much to explore and figure out and understand and speculate about yourself in the games. It really is such an enjoyable experience. So I guess this is a good time to say that I will actually speculate a lot about the lore in this game. Even though it's a blind playthrough, it's what I enjoy to do. It's what I did on Bloodborne. So it's what I'm going to do on this time as well. And my goodness, this area looks ominous. It really does. So not everything that I say will be truth, but it will be my take on it at that particular point with the information that I've got in the game. That's what I'll think about. If you like speculation on the fly, it's locked. Okay, we're heading into the depths again right now. We're in the sewers. This is looking very crazy. Oh my goodness, from the fog they come. Oh my god. Demon Souls 101 right there. That's crazy. I can't believe we're blocking this guy's attacks. We're actually dead right now. I'm trapped. Oh my god. I got body blocked. Oh. That's interesting. It's not often you see that in the games, to be fair. Straight from behind the fog, the trap comes. The rats just charge us down. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, Undead Settlement. We're at this new bonfire. I'll finish what I'm saying here right now, because we are, believe it or not, approaching that 35-minute point already. So I will end up calling it an episode here after I've explained this. But, damn, it seems like we are making slow progress right now in terms of how far we're moving through the game. But I hope to tighten that up a little bit moving into the next few episodes. You know, we don't need to rush, of course. That's never been my style. But I hope to get a little bit quicker progression going on over the next few episodes. You know, once we've bedded ourselves in a little bit more again, like now. And I've spoken about what I need to speak about with the lore, you know, because I like to keep a clear mind while doing so, to be honest. So, hopefully in the next episode I'll be able to get down back into those sewers and move along quite quickly, you know. But right now, as I was saying, I will speculate a lot in these episodes. That's just the way I like to do it. It's what I did for Bloodborne. Even though it's a blind playthrough, it might not be right. So if you guys know better, then please, you know, be patient with me. Because it's my take on it as it's happening with the information I'm given, and I like to kind of figure that out the best I can and think about it and theorize as I go through the playthroughs to give my take on it blindly. So that is what I will be doing on the on this playthrough for sure. So just bear that in mind as we move ahead and as I'm saying stuff that might not be true, but that's my speculation. That's my analysis at that moment in time. You know, I'm sure I'll know much more over more playthroughs in the future. Of course, that's always the way it goes, but I will still be using this style of theorizing as I go through the game. So, just throwing that out there as a heads up. Also, I think I've pretty much said what I needed to about the Great Swamp, but Engi, if you're not familiar with Engi, he is the guardian, well not really a guardian, but he's a servant of the Fair Lady, who is the sister of Quelaag in Blighttown. You know the spider boss, the spider lady with a pretty boobies. He actually was one of the causes of poison in the swamp. Now, maybe we'll find more out about the Great Swamp from this guy when we talk to him more in back at the shrine. But who knows, right? It might not even reference that, but we'll soon see. As well as a few others. Or was it a few others? No, Engi was the cause of poison in it, right? And it really does tie into so much of the lore. I could speak forever about the lore from Dark Souls 1 because I still remember the vast majority of it, to be honest, guys. So I'm going to try and keep it mainly Dark Souls 3, but also there's a lot that I can say on Dark Souls 1 too, because right there I was going to go talking about Ingward and his two friends, who were holding the key to the seal with him. One of them ended up joining Lothric, the other one actually ended up travelling to the Great Swamp to try and cure it of poisoning. He or she ended up dying to try and cure the Great Swamp of being poisoned because of what Engi did. So there's so much lore that there is on the Great Swamp that I'm really, really interested into what this guy's going to say. I'm sorry it was kind of in bits that I explained it, as I was kind of thinking about what I was seeing on screen at the same time. But I hope you guys got a decent idea as to how interesting it actually is that there is a character there from the Great Swamp, because it really does tie into the earlier games very, very nicely. Can't wait to talk to him. Okay, I'm just racking my brain right now as to if there's anything else I can say regarding that. I mean, there's tons of lore about the Great Swamp. I can't explain every single bit of Dark Souls 1 lore on this playthrough because that's just too much to talk about. Though I will bring up bits and bobs every now and then if it's relevant, like it is with the new character that we've just met. So there is that. But for now, I believe that's all I've got to say. There's Quilana. Yeah, how does she come into this? Maybe he knows her. Maybe he's got some more information on her that we never knew beforehand. Various things like that. So I believe that's all I've got to say on the Great Swamp and Blighttown for now, just to give you guys that's not played Dark Souls 1 a bit of insight into it, And I think that's enough for you guys to work with. I don't need to explain every single bit. So hopefully that information was useful to you. And yeah, that's my take on it so far. Good stuff. And now, guys, I'm sorry for talking so much again in this episode, but that's my style. I've even been told in the comments before to stop saying sorry for my play style, and I guess I should stop doing that. You are right, but I just like to I like to try and keep the videos as fluid as possible, yet paying attention to as much as possible. And not only in terms of the environment and secrets and stuff, but the lore at the same time, that's just my style. So, that is that, I guess. So, I'm glad that you guys have got great patience with me when we're talking about that, because it really is nice to be on the same page and we're all enjoying everything, together at the same time on these videos, on this playthrough. So I must really say thank you to you guys for that. You guys have got great patience and are always so kind in the comments. So thank you very much for that, guys. Now I believe this will be a good moment to wrap up the episode. We'll probably end it here, as we're about to take on the Rat Squad again. Oh my god, these guys are already coming for us, right? Okay, we'll tighten up these guys, then we'll take up the bigger Rat Squad with the big Slayer rat, the huge one. Okie dokie. Man, I'm just so excited. I get so excited when I see relevance in the lore like that and references to the previous games, that I can maybe piece together. It's just so fun. It's just so fun to me. So I guess that's why I talk about it so much. I just enjoy it. I love it, guys. I love it. You know what I'm like by now. But right now, I think this is a good moment to end because we've finished everything that I needed to say about Blighttown so far, and the relevance to the new character, I must say. I And in the next episode, we will progress down this sewer and hopefully kill the big rat at the end of the tunnel down there. This guy's probably warning us about it. Seems familiar. Yes, I know what he's talking about. The depths all over again. Very funny. Nice reference, that one. So yeah, we'll continue down this tunnel in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching, as per usual. I hope you enjoyed the episode, as always. And I'll see you guys in the next one. We've got to do it, right? We've got to do it. You've just got to give the guys a wave. Goodbye, guys.